Yeah, man.
Oh, boy. What do you call UPS? Is it useless parcel service or something like that? I mean, that's how I typically refer to them.
Pretty much. I'm sending a broken recording machine back to a guy, so that's the way it goes.
What can I say? Just give me a second here. I'm just loading up the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just start off with this kind of question. Historically, what got you into punk music?
88.5, living in Atlanta, back when they could say fuck, shit, or goddamn, and only had a parental advisory before the radio shows would come on.
Right.
So, Animosity, Dead Kennedys, and they weren't playing Slayer or nothing like that way back then, but
right.
They were, it was pretty intense radio show. I still got copies of the tapes. I used to just sit there and record it and then try to play drums to half of the band.
Really, eh?
That's kind of, and dealing with the rage or whatever from growing up.
Yeah.
That was my psychiatrist pretty much.
Okay. And what about the band? How'd you guys come together?
Philip just called up and said he wanted to
stir some shit up?
Yeah, he wanted to jam. He was getting, he'd been at the house a long time, and he was just like, if you're into it, let's just show up and let's see what happens for a couple of days. And just hooked up and, not taking it too serious. So
yeah, I kind of got that feeling.
Yeah.
Is he preferring it to keep it that way with his band?
Definitely. I mean, as he would say, he wants Arson Anthem to sound like shit. So that's when you're in bands and you have to be right, spot on and have the big $100,000 production and all that stuff, it's kind of fun just to break the rules and basically go back to the 8-track and the jam spot, and not have to worry about, I don't know. That's what will make Arson Anthems sound a little different, is the way we record, and that's what keeps it more closer to his heart, I would say.
Right.
It's not such a long, drawn-out process. It's about hooking up and basically having fun instead of hooking up and taking 5 months to make a record.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty well blown away by some of the YouTube videos. It reminded me of the early 80s. Obviously, that's something that you guys wanted to come across, and, the early DRI kind of stuff that just straight at you, you know what I mean?
Pretty much, man. That's definitely a huge influence, and hopefully there'll be more to come, no telling.
And what about a new album? I know you guys are kind of bringing something out in February. Like, where's that going? Or is that happening still? Or
yeah, I think they're going to release the EP in February. And as far as the next album goes, we have maybe 4 or 5 songs we've already it's kind of recorded. If it's going to be used, I don't know yet. I just sent Philip all the jam tapes from when we just hooked up, like in December. And then I'll know what direction we're going.
Okay. What kind of label is putting this out? Is it a small independent, or is it a higher profile, like not a major, but?
No, it's Philip's own label.
Okay.
Housecore Records.
Okay.
So all his side projects, Christ Inversion, Body and Blood, maybe the Satanic will even see the light of day one here soon. But all his things he's been working on the side will probably come out through that label.
Okay. And then that's obviously the first release then. This is more on a personal level. Being on your site and stuff, I was quite surprised you had Stephen King was making some quotes about you. I was like, wow, man. What happens if your lifestyle or whatnot, something that you've done, might have influenced them to turn something into a story? I mean, how would you feel about that?
Could be. To me, it's an honor. I'm into the more darker or sci-fi kind of stuff.
Yep.
So,